All right, guys, next what we're gonna go over is a progression for low back hip flexor strength. So there's basically 3 or 4 layers to this. First is just gonna be holding a position like tabletop. Next, we'll start moving the leg with a little bend straight and then straighten down. We'll show you what that means and how to kind of catch these faults. So the first thing Yvette's gonna do, this is important, we wanna get into what we call 90-90. Relax on me. So knees at 90, hips at 90, get to this position first, then set your canister. So again, shoulders back, use the breath to bring the ribs down, perfect. And again, don't be in a rush on this step. Make sure that everything's good and engaged. Finishing with that glute pelvic floor squeeze, so she's locked and loaded. So 90-90 holds are exactly what they look like. So if I didn't have a hand under Yvette's, just take a little pressure off her back. Goal is to work up to being able to hold this position for a minute without breaking canister, shaking, or any increase in symptoms. The next layer, once you're routinely getting to a minute and that's getting too easy, is we're going to alternate legs, keeping the knee bent. We call these heel drops. So Yvette's going to show you one of those. So you go nice and slow, and what you're really paying attention to is we do not want the pelvis to shift. So we don't flatten the back out, arch it up, pelvis doesn't tilt back and forth. Not breaking that canister position. That's really the whole point of that guy. So nice and easy, good. Next layer, if that gets too easy, she's gonna slowly just straighten her leg out to about 45 degrees and bring that guy back in. So with the leg out straighter, that's putting more strain on through the abs here, through the hip flexors. So we're kind of progressively seeing what your body can tolerate. And top of the mountain, she's gonna show you, she's gonna straighten this out and drop it all the way down, all right, like that, and then come back up. So those are the 3 progressions to it. You can go ahead and let those guys relax, we'll show them. So a lot of us, even if we're working on a lower half issue, have stuff going on up top that we're either aware of or not aware of. So if there's a weak link in the chain up in here and just setting your scaps back and doing the traditional canister, we're plateauing or it's causing pain. The other thing that we might have you doing is we're going to swap out that first step of canister, and instead of packing the scaps back, we're going to engage our lats, intercostals, and serratus. We're going to do that by reaching straight, forward, up, and out. So I'm going to have Yvette just demonstrate that for you. So instead of doing that first step, she's going to reach these guys up. Then she's going to go right into that second step, getting the ribs down. Now what this is doing is basically acting like a bigger anchor for her up top. So that way it takes a little bit of strain off the hip flexors. So it gets more of the guys on the top half of your body kicking in. Same progressions as before. So only use this if we plateau or we're just not getting as far as we need to, as quickly as we need to with our exercise progression. We'll probably go over that in your visit. We'll learn to show you what this looks like.